Okay, so welcome to this 30 minutes slow flow practice, chill flow, something you can do any time of the day, but I think start of the day or end of the day is probably the best moments. Those moments of transition when we want to find some balance, whether we're too tired, too agitated, just a few gentle movements close to the ground mostly to get us back in connection with ourselves. So just to start, we'll come into a little child's pose. You can take your knees wide, your toes together. If you can, your buttocks come all the way towards your heels as you extend your arms forward. And walk it out until your head can hang between your arms. Perhaps your forehead all the way to the floor. Okay, so make sure you're comfortable here, extending your arms. And take a few breaths. Really relaxing with every exhalation. Another 2 long breaths here, letting go of the day or the night if you've just been up. Taking this moment for yourself. Good, and then come up onto an all-four position. So your hands are coming right under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. We're going to move with every inhalation to open the chest and drop the belly. Curving the spine up into a happy cow. Exhale, round the spine, bring your chin in. Angry cat. Inhale, open out. Really moving through the whole spine. Exhale to round. So going slowly here. Perhaps closing your eyes. Let's do a couple more. Keep moving up. Inhale to open. Exhale to round the spine. One more here. Really moving every part of the back muscles. Good. And come back to neutral spine again. And just take the right hand up and look up towards the fingertips. Nice big stretch. Let's just do 3 big movements, circles with your arms, going backwards. Just open the shoulders, open across the chest. Good. And then taking that arm all the way up again. Have the hand coming through and under the left arm, shoulder coming to the floor. And you can rest here with your head to the floor. If you'd like, you can walk your hands a little bit more forward. And have a big stretch here. Connecting back to breath. Keep your hips above your knees. And then walk that left arm back. Press into the ground. And reach the right arm up. And let it drop down. Good. Moving with the left arm up this time, open across the chest. And then do big circles, big movement with the arm. Nice. So we're not trying to force anything, not trying to create more strain. Trying to find more space, more opening. From there, bring the hand onto the right arm, let the shoulder and the head drop to the floor. Bring your right arm a little bit further forward if you'd like to deepen your stretch. If you feel like a sigh or yawn here, feel free to take it. And then we walk our right arm back under the shoulder, reach the left arm up. Nice big movement. And let the hand drop down to the floor. Good. Let's come into onto the heels. So we're coming to a little seat here. Take a moment to just close your eyes. Now that we're a bit more connected to breath and body, if you'd like to bring to mind an intention, for today. It can be anything that brought you to this practice. A desire to perhaps feel more open, relaxed, or free. And then open your eyes. On an inhale, we extend the arms up and lift the buttocks off the heels. Exhale, find a child's pose, wrapping your arms on either side of you. Inhale, lift up, reaching your hips high. Open the arms, maybe look up. And exhale to release down into little child's pose. One more like this, moving with your breath, open out. And at the top, stay here. And see if you can step your right foot forward. So if you're on a very hard surface, I'm on carpet, so it's kind of nicer, but if you're on a hard surface, you can always double your mat up to have your back knee more safe. So that's one option, or just stay there. Inhaling your arms high, your right knee's on top of the ankle, and then hold on to your left wrist and just find a little side bend to the right side. Good. Opening through those left intercostal muscles, rib cage, lung. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, extend the front leg. Don't worry too much about where your heel is. Just fold forward with your arms by your side. And then inhale, reaching up again, bend into the front knee. Exhale to come forward. Nice, gentle, generous movement. Back heel can be lifted to give you more stability. And reach up. Good, one last one. Exhale. Inhale, moving like water. Okay, exhale, take your hands down to the floor. Bring your back knee up so you're onto the balls of your back foot. Let's find a twist here, right arm up. Take a couple breaths, moving the belly button towards your right leg, opening through the chest and shoulders. And exhale, take your hand down. Now firm your legs into the floor, step your right foot back into a plank. Can be a little high. Good, and then bring your knees down to the floor. Let's come knees, chest, chin. So hands right under your shoulders. You're going to do that sort of curvy back like in cat-cow. And then as you come down, bring your elbows close to your body, chest and chin down to the floor. So you're looking forward, if that's all right for your neck. Let's stay here for a few breaths. It's really nice to open our chest, shoulders are back. And then slide onto your belly, pointed toes, lengthen your neck, chin is in as you lift your head and chest off the floor. Little baby cobra, not too high. Good, forehead down. And let's come back to child's pose. Take another 1 or 2 breaths here. And then come onto your heels. Back into a sitting position on your knees. Good. Let's inhale, arms up, lift the hips. And exhale, step the left foot forward. And find your lunge, maybe adjust for the back knee if you need more padding. You can also bring your couch cushion under your knee if you've got one nearby. Good, and then side bend to the left. So you're holding the right wrist, side bend on the side of your bent knee. Good, finding a bit of stability through your legs. Ground deep with your knee and foot. And let's come back up. Good, extend the leg, extend the arms out by your side as you bow down forward. Inhale, coming up. Mindfully moving with no rush, just enjoying each piece, each moment. Moving up, inhale. Exhale, extend the chest forward, extend the leg, arms back. And let's come up. Very nice. Bring your hands down to the floor. Pick up the back knee, tuck your back toes. And let's press the right hand into the floor as you twist. This is too hard, you can always drop the back knee, but if your knee is straight, then really straighten the heel back, straighten the leg. And slowly come back down to center. Now you're pressing into your hands, firm your belly to just come back for a quick plank. Just waking up those muscles of the core. Good. And then knees to the floor. Knees, chest, chin, your tailbone goes high as you lower your chest and chin to the floor. Come forward onto belly, baby cobra. Exhale, come back to your child. Letting yourself take a pause here and check in with how you're feeling. Let's find a downward dog now. So come forward on hands and knees. Bring your toes to tucked under and bring your hips up. Now for this first one, you might bend the knees. You might even take your feet a little wider because you just want to be able to extend your arm and spine as much as you can. Get them in the same line. And then let your head dangle here. Don't worry too much about the legs. Just press the hands firmly. Feel grounded in your downward dog. And then let's bend the knees even more. Walk your feet forward all the way to hands. Keeping the knees bent as generously as you like. Let's hold the elbows and let yourself dangle from side to side. Ragdoll here. Close your eyes. Enjoy this moment of hanging. And letting go of all the day's stress. Dropping back in your legs, in your feet, in your spine. And then release your hands. Let's come into a little squat pose. So I'm just turning towards you so you can see me better. Take your feet a little wider, heels in, toes out, and find a squat balasana. So our knees are bent sideways. Bring your palms to heart center, and then elbows can come inside the knees to press outwards. Good. Now it's okay if your heels are up, that's fine too, or if your heels are down, great. You can press them down even more to help you lift up through the chest, shoulders relax. Good. If this is a little challenging, we can always bring more movement. Gives us a bit more patience with our hips. Okay, and then slowly bring your hands to the floor to help you come down to seat. Now, we're coming for a twist. There's two versions. First version would be with just your legs together like this, and I'll give the second version. So you decide what works with your hips today. Second version would be we bend the right knee, take the foot across, and bend the other leg. Or not bend it. Either way, you just want that knee bent and across, and then from here find a twist over to the right. Wrapping your arm around the bent knee. Take your belly and chest to the other side of the leg, to the right. Come back to center, inhale. And let's change the legs. So if you had legs bent, you just do it on the other side, or take your left foot across, right foot to the side of your hip. Good. Sit tall, bring the left arm behind you, right arm wraps around. Trying to lead from the bottom up, so leading first with your lower belly, relaxing through chest and rib cage. And then notice if the shoulders can draw away from each other a little bit more. And come back to center. Good. Now bring your feet down to the floor in front of you, flat. Have your hands just a bit behind you, behind your buttocks, with the fingers pointing forward. And we're going to lift up into reverse tabletop. So just taking your hips up. I'll do it to the side so you can see a bit better. Lifting your hips up. Try to have your hips same line as your knees. You can look forward or look up. Even tilt your head back only if you feel okay in the neck. Couple more breaths here. Arms are straight. Squeeze the glutes up. One more breath. And slowly come down. Good. Cross at your ankles or shins and then roll forward. And then find our downward dog again from here. A moment to check in. Maybe the legs are a bit more straight at this point. So notice if you can start opening the back of those legs and the hips. And then start to walk your feet forward all the way to your hands. I'm going to face your way, but we're coming to a forward fold. And slowly rise up, softening the knees as you reach the whole spine to unfurl one vertebrae at a time, and chin is last. Bring your hands up. Exhale, take them down. And let's do this a few more times. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, taking them down. Just trying to sync movement and breath, getting this mind-body connection. Exhale down. Good. Now we'll move into some gentle Surya Namaskar or sun salutations, traditional version. So standing at the top of your mat, let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, slowly release down and fold over your legs. Hands to the floor, step the left foot back. Inhale, lower your hips into a low lunge. Exhale, step back to downward dog. Come forward to your plank pose. Bring your knees down to the floor. Knees, chest, chin, like we've been doing before. Just curving the spine and lowering down. We're keeping it gentle. Let's come forward into a baby cobra. Head and chest up the floor. Maybe lift the hands for just a moment. And back to downward dog. When you're ready, tap the toes, lift your hips up. Send your hips high. Good. And find your way there. Now take the left foot forward. If it doesn't make it quite between your hands, you can pick it up. Take it a little bit further. Open your chest forward, inhale. Exhale, step the right foot and fold. Inhale, rise up again, extend your arms out, high to the sky, and draw your palms together to heart center. Let's do one more, inhale, open your arms out. Exhale to fold down. Step the right foot back, low lunge. Exhale, downward dog. Come forward plank. Knees, chest, chin, lower down. Elbows graze the body. Inhale, baby cobra. Perhaps if you feel good here, you might go a little higher to a cobra pose. And release the head down. Press into your hands to downward dog. So we're moving slowly, but we are definitely creating heat in the body, and with that heat, we are transforming energy, transmuting, loosening the muscles, becoming more supple, more easeful. Now take that right foot forward as well, any way you like, and then step the left foot forward. Come up all the way to standing, open your arms out. Exhale, palms at the heart center. Now just check everything's still all good and going well. Yes. Okay, seem to be in the right place. Now you might want to move your screen around so that yourself will face the long side of the mat. And if you want to have me in front of you, you can do that as well. So I'll give you a moment. We'll just do a few standing poses with our legs wide. Good. Okay, so once you've got it, let's take the right foot out and extend your arms out. So make sure the back toes are slightly in, right? You don't want them out, you want them slightly in. And then from there, reaching long and find your triangle pose. So you can rest that hand. I would even say, because we're doing it more relaxed today, you could always rest it on top of just a bit above the knee, or just on top of your shin. Try not to give it too much weight, right? You're not leaning on it. You're just gently resting the hand here. Good. And then that top arm can be lifted, or if it's easier, just keeping your hand on your hip. Sometimes I do that. It's a nice relaxing variation. And then slowly come up. Let's switch side. Close your right toes, open the left. Inhale, nice and long. Exhale, come forward, triangle pose. So your legs are straight. It's a little hard to see maybe with my baggy pants, but legs are fully straight, arms are straight, and you're holding a little bit with your belly here, so you're not slouching and letting your whole weight come down, right? We could go a lot further, but we're not. We're containing. And then come back up and close the foot. Let's open the right foot again, left toes in, and let's bend into the front leg. Warrior 2, you can look past your right hand, finding your stability and power in the warrior pose. Press both feet strongly into the floor, and it's so good to take this pause, right? It's just a moment. We're taking our day to feel strong and centered. And then extend the front leg, and let's switch side. Close the right toes, open the left, and very simply bend into that leg. Maybe take your feet a little wider if you need to. Make sure the knee is not going too far past the ankle, because that's not going to feel very nice. So keep it on top of your ankle. Good. Looking in the distance past your left hand. And then come up, extend the leg. Have both feet now looking forward, toes pointing forwards. Hands to your hips. Inhale, look up towards the sky. And then exhale, let's find a forward fold. So legs straight again. And bring your hands under your shoulders. From here, maybe walk your hands a little bit more forward, just to get that length in your spine, like you're doing a downward dog. Once you feel all that length, you might even feel the skin spreading at the back. Start to walk your hands back under you. So they could stay under your chest, or they could come in line with your feet, fingers pointing forward. Let your head come down and relax. One more breath here. And let's walk back under the chest. Bring your hands to your hips. And let's rise up all the way standing. Good. Now take your feet back together. You can still face this way. Just do one more pose and then we'll take it to the floor. This pose is a tree pose. We're going to balance onto one leg. And I don't want to do the more active, crazy version. We're going to do a relaxed tree because this is all what this is about. So I love balance pose to give us some focus and clarity in our head. Let's take the right foot up. Take your hands to your hips. Just letting the toes lift off the floor. And find a point in front of you you could gaze at, or you might have to look at me for a little bit, but then finding something on the wall in front of you perhaps that doesn't move, and then bring your foot on the inside of the leg, and let's try to have it just on the calf. So I know some of us can take it higher, but for today, just bring it to the calf. And that brings its own set of challenges as well, because it might be unusual if we never do it this way. Good. Now square your hips a little bit. Perhaps look at that point that is static and bring your palms together at heart center. Now notice how everything quiets down to help you find balance. And if it's hard to balance here, find a wall and just hold onto a wall, onto a chair. Let that pose not be a struggle. And then slowly release your foot. Good. And let's lift the left toes up, just finding that balance. Micro adjustments to the foot and the ankle of your bottom foot. And then bring the sole of the foot on the inside of the calf, so your knees going out wide. Oh, I thought white pants would help because I've got such a dark background, but it's also hard to see everything. So I apologize if it's a bit confusing. Pressing the foot into the inside of the calf, palms together. Find stillness or close to stillness. And then slowly take the foot down. Very nice. Okay. Let's come to the front of the mat. Inhale your arms up. Exhale to fold. If you have to move me around, take the time to move the camera around again, or the phone or the computer. We come to a forward fold and then step back into your downward dog. From there, come up to your knees once more. Coming onto your heels to sit. And then bring your hands behind you and just open the chest nice and gently. And come back to center. Good. We'll do one more, lifting the chest up. Bringing the shoulders back. And then release. Let's find a seat. So come and sit onto the side. Bringing your legs in front of you. You can bend the knees generously here. That's my favorite version of doing this pose. Inhale your arms up. And then exhale, lay your belly onto your legs. You can wrap your arms around. You could hold onto parts of your legs. Or little by little, you could extend the legs fully until you get a forward fold. So okay, here for the spine to round, but you don't want to feel like you're finding it too hard to get over, right? So bend your knees if that's a little too difficult. Good. Last few moments, resting your head inside your legs. And then inhale, come back up. Now, bend into your knees and slowly make your way down to the floor. Come into a resting position with your hands on your chest and on your belly. With your feet a little bit wider out, knock your knees in towards each other. Take a moment to note how you're feeling from this short but sweet practice. And then when you're ready, extend the legs out, taking them at least as wide or wider than your hips. Extend the arms alongside your body, palms looking up. Close your eyes. Just a minute in this Shavasana where we lie down and we try to remain still in order to feel all the effects of the practice. Let the whole body relax and shed the last layers of tension or stress. As the body becomes stiller, you can find that your breath becomes more quiet. And with that, the mind also becomes quiet. Now, you are most welcome to stay here longer if you feel the need and the call to do so. Always nice to give ourselves more time to rest, but if not, if you have to get going with your day or your evening, start to move your fingers and toes, and then roll over to one side, drawing your knees into your chest. And come into a seat, rising up slowly, mindfully. You can bring your palms together, either in front of your heart, or they could also come rest on your heart. And closing your eyes, just bow your head down, acknowledging yourself for the time you just took to find more ease and peace. Thanks for joining me. Namaste.